everybody, it's me Della with eXp Realty. Okay, first I want to say thank you to everybody who reached out to me via a text message, emails, phone calls. Thank you. Lucky we have been very good over here. We did not lose any power to my knowledge, and we did not experience the hurricane force winds or rain that a lot of our state did. So we feel very lucky. Ocala has that great reputation. So I thought what I'd do is drive around in my golf cart, let you guys take a look, and see what's going on around here. We're getting some wind gusts up to 35 miles an hour, but it hasn't rained in like 4 hours at least that I know of. So anyway, come on board and I'll go drive you around the community so you can see what's going on around here. All right, first I thought we would drive around in some established communities. This is the Avalon area. If you visited before, you've probably seen a map that I've given you, and I'm trying to keep my camera as still as possible. These are some established areas, and I have to say, I don't see anything major going on here. So you can see some of these folks have screen lanais. They didn't blow anywhere. I'm actually really loving the temperature here right now. It's in the 60s. So this is part of the Avalon community. They're anywhere from 6 to current years old. A lot of these homes are pretty new. I would say 2018, 2019. That's why you don't see a lot of the big trees. We'll hit some of that area too, down by the villas. So we are getting a little wind gust. I'm hoping that we can reduce the wind for you, but you may hear some wind. But this is part of me getting out here on the ground level and showing you what the community looks like after this tropical storm has blown through. Now, granted, it came on as a hurricane, but we did not get the hurricane force winds or rain that were produced elsewhere in the state. So very lucky. I think that's part of being a little more northern and a little more inland. And this is why Ocala is super popular. Everything looks pretty normal over here. I think the houses actually act as great barrier for each other as well. Woo, I should have brought a jacket. Now I'm just showing you little glimpses of these communities, some newer, some a little older, just to give you an idea, because I know a lot of you are asking questions. Della, we'd like to see some videos, so here I am. I'm out here. Avalon is a beautiful community, very woodsy out here. This area is a great area to walk, bike, walk your dog. Lots of common area, super well lit. I have seen some golf carters and walkers out today. And it's around, I guess 2:30 in the afternoon. And I'm hoping to get this edited as fast as possible for you guys to see it. Here's one of our community gardens. Now there's a lot of flowers in there. people have a lot of flowers and bushes. It doesn't look like anything was tore up. I still see some sunflowers in there, and they look in pretty good shape. This is one of the mail kiosks because we're in maintenance free, so you know you get your mail at a station and you can drop your garbage off anytime you want to. All right, we're gonna kind of head over to Providence and we'll check that out. Okay, we're headed down one of our main roads on 90th. I am just passing the arbors. Everything looks good over here. I see no trees down. Now I wanted to pass by some of our dry retention area. And as you can see, it's still dry. There is actually no water in it at all. So we just did not get the rainfall over here. Passing a lot of trees. I see some pine needles that blew around a little bit. I think the wind kind of cleans the trees out, so it's not all bad thing. All right, I'm going to take a left up here in Providence. Still a relatively newer area. Again, you'll notice as we progress along the trees, that's kind of the telltale of the age of that particular community. I was planning on doing a golf cart tour in here anyway, and I'll probably do it again because I'm going to do a couple of different things that I'm doing on this one, and just to show you a little bit more about the community, because it's not a pretty sunny day, but it's windy and it's been dry for quite some time. So you can look around, a lot of people's landscaping, nothing has been damaged. So you can see folks have screening eyes, everything looked good. So if people want to say, Della, what do your back-to-backs look like? That's kind of it. Nice screened areas. We don't cram houses on top of each other here on top of the world. Stone Creek is really good about that too. Right. I'm going to spin around here. I think this gave you a good look at Providence. On Top of the World has a pretty extensive website, so if you do go on there, you can see maps of the different communities. Know that I'm in Providence right now, and some of you that have already come and toured can see that on your current map that I gave you. Winds seem to have calmed down even since I've been out here. We just get occasional gusts, and we're happy that that thing is moving offshore. Okay, so that was a quick look at Providence, and then we're going to go around to a couple more for you. Okay, I just took a turn off the 90th Street. We're going into Windsor East. As you look around, there's a lot of golf course here. I love Windsor neighborhood. I just sold a really cute house in here. So the home that I just sold in here was a 2007. So you can see the trees are a little taller. But no damage anywhere. I mean, I think it's going to take a little bit more than 35-mile-an-hour winds to really do anything. These houses are all block. And I can tell you there's neighborhoods where there's stem walls, and they're fine as well. Windsor is a lovely neighborhood. If one pops up and you're lucky to get it, it's a real treat. So this is a little cul-de-sac. I just sold a home over here. Beautiful neighborhood, and some of these places have great dry retention areas to live through. This was a beautiful home. I love this year of houses. 2007, even 2003 and 4 in here is really pretty. Great homes. I mean, your value of what you're going to get for your dollar is far more in a resale right now. And I'm afraid there's delays in new build. I'm hoping that's going to go away soon. Lots of trees, nothing is down. I have had a lot of folks email me, Della, these things scare us to death. Can you show us around? I am a native Floridian. I have been through many storms. I'm always prepared, backup batteries. I have to honestly say I've never bought a generator. I've always kind of thought if they lose power, it won't be for long. I was in Seminole County during Charlie, Francis, and Jean, and that was a little different, a little more. But all these beautiful trees in here are still standing. All right, we're gonna go probably now, I'm gonna take you through the villas a little bit so you can see those neighborhoods because they have homes that are up to 35 years old in there. Back out on the main road on 90th. Okay, so the only thing that I've seen that had water, and it had water before Ian hit because we have had some rain. These are the sand traps on the golf course. And we get a little duck activity, but that's pretty much the water we ever get, and it goes away within a few days. I want to give you a good look at the homes over here. These are great home sites on the golf course. We are all in maintenance free here. And we'll cross the street and head over into some villas. Okay, I'm crossing the street into our villa section. Woo, we're getting a nice little wind gust right now. I'll try to stop here so you can see the trees blowing. So most of these trees in here are over 30 years old. These are the neighborhoods where you get the canopy of trees. Little sticks and things down, but nothing major. When you go down the streets in the villas, you get these beautiful canopy of trees. Some folks leave their golf carts out in their driveway because some of these have 1, 1.5, and 2 car garages. Everything looks really good. It's really fun to drive through this community during the holidays, especially at Christmas, because folks are very, very holiday aptitude. Everybody loves it. There are no limits on what you can decorate. HOA rules aren't so bad. I can give you the lowdown on all of that. So in here, there's some trees, there's some sticks and leaves, but no major limbs or anything down. Hello. Hey, looking good over there. So people they're starting to come out a little bit. Tell you, this is a cold snap we've got going on. Again, so as we drive down these neighborhoods in the villas, canopy trees are super beautiful. Just baby limbs. And we already have some cleanup going on, just minor little sticks. I see a couple of younger trees blown over a little bit, but not too bad. Hey, how you doing? Not too bad. So I only saw a younger tree leaning thus far. Now remember, a lot of these oak trees, they're shallow rooted to begin with, but what I think and know the reason why they stand up so well is because they're pruned. On Top of the World prunes these trees and keeps them to where they're standing up straight. So I see a lot of pine needles blown around. Not surprised with all the pine trees we have. All right, we're going to keep driving around and we're going to head over to the estate homes. Okay, I've hopped on over here to Candler East. Now, Candler Hills has a couple more amenities for Candler Hills folks only. In Candler East, these homes are a little over 15 years old, but gosh, can you get some really good deals in here. Put you in the estate series, it gives you the amenity called the lodge, lots of cool things. These lots are large, like most estate homes are. They don't have golf cart paths right in here, and you don't want to go on the sidewalk because that's where walkers go, but most people are super considerate in here. I'm going to drive down here, I'm going to kind of make a big circle. Over here on my left, you'll see this is all part of the Candler Hills Golf Course. So again, I only see some palm fronds from the palm trees that have blown around. I've seen thunderstorms here during the summer that have done much worse, and I never saw any lightning. We had no power outage, and I think it was not until this morning that I actually heard some wind whistling through the door. But again, just some palm fronds, pine needles, things like that. So you can see by the trees, this side of Candler Hills is a little older, so the trees are a little more established. I love this little neighborhood in here. So back when these were built, some of these homes had little two-car garages, one with a golf cart for a third garage. Most of them are 2 cars. But I just want to show you how beautiful these neighborhoods are. A lot of people like rocks back then because water was expensive. I think it still kind of is, but you know, you're only supposed to water a couple of times a week. Hey! Oh, we got somebody out here doing some lawnmowing. Hey! How you doing? Someone's out here trimming. And again, I just wanted to do a quick video to drive you around and let you see some of these neighborhoods. This is a cute little cul-de-sac. I love this little place in here. These homes go anywhere from 1,400 square feet and up over 2,200 square feet. Oh, the mail's running. Hey! So these are fee simple properties, not maintenance free. The mail comes to your curb, you pay to mow your own grass, And we'll go over some of that stuff because I am going to do a more thorough video in here because I got some cool things I want to show you. And we'll hop around to some of the cool different stuff. Hello! A lot of palm trees over here. The best part about when you drive around through Candler Hills is you're seeing a lot of pretty view of the Candler Hills golf course, which is just one of 3 golf courses we have here. But looking throughout this community, I'm really tickled to see that we just have some blown palm fronds, which kind of is helpful getting rid of the dead. Gets rid of the dead leaves. And they have these great little outdoor workout areas throughout this community. Boy, I wish I would have brought my jacket and a cup of coffee. These are basically part of their dry retention areas. They call them the wildlife area. Lots of great walking though around here. I love Candler East. I'm going to try to do one more neighborhood of Candler West, which is where a lot of the newer constructed homes are. We'll take a peek through there. But I think thus far, this video shows that, you know, we haven't had much damage, any damage that I can tell. All right, I'm headed down the main road, 99th, and we're headed towards Candler West. I'm just showing you some pretty shots of the golf course as we're going along the way, and there are a lot of trees here. Even on a cloudy, windy day, it is so pretty. I hope this is giving everybody a good idea of what goes on during a tropical storm. Again, I see some palm fronds down from the wind, but nothing major. And I'm hoping I'm calming folks' fears of some of these things that Florida gets a reputation for. But up here in Ocala, and I say up here because we are central and northern, so we get pretty lucky in the fact that these storms get knocked down to tropical level when they hit as a hurricane. We've lost power here with far less than what we've been experiencing, so I have to really credit our power companies on being great at keeping up with our power usage. All right, I'm going to jump on the golf cart path and we're headed into Candler Hills West. And did I mention how much fun golf carting is? It is a lot of fun. Hello. I think more and more people are going to start coming out. Okay, so in Candler Hills West, we have newer homes. I think the oldest home in here could be, I think Stonebridge was the first one that went in back in maybe 2011, maybe sooner. Okay, so here is the dog park for Candler Hills. It's a cute little dog park for Candler Hills folks only. And these golf cart paths are wide for walkers and whatnot. So there's still some new building going over here in a community called Kestrel and Ashford. I think Kestrel's finished. There's still some lots available in Ashford, but I'm not sure when there's going to be actual availability for new home build. It's become very, very expensive and very, very long. Again, I'm not going to stress enough that you get more for your value in a pre-owned home. And some of them are on the market that are very new and still under warranty. All right, we're going to go through Lark Hill. What's cool about Lark Hill is that it has a golf course that runs kind of in the middle of the community. So you can get a look at these homes. These are fences that people put up for their dogs. You can put green chain link, vinyl, ones that look like iron. They're pretty flexible. Where at Stone Creek it's a little different. They only like that iron look fencing over there. But you can see you can get very creative with your landscaping. And I'm tickled to say even some of these big palm trees, everything is still standing. That's all part of the golf course that kind of runs in between the Candler Hill. Now, like I said before, I'm going to come back through here on another sunny day because there's lots of other stuff I want to point out. Again, I'm just kind of showing about the storm questions. I wanted to show what the community looked like because we're still kind of in it. We're still getting gusts up to 35, 40 miles an hour. And right now the temperature drop has been lovely. I'm loving it. I know my horses are loving it. So anyway, you don't have a lot of tree growth here yet because it's still newer in the communities. Some people like to have trees, some people don't care. We have something for everybody. And I feel pretty confident Stone Creek is like this also. I don't imagine they have any damage or trees down either. I'm going to slow down just a little bit so you can see some of the homes. And of course they have the golf cart paths that go in between from the golf course, and this is kind of over here we have the other side of the dog park. Back there is the golf course. Okay, I'm going to wrap up this video over here at the beautiful lodge, one of the amenities here in Candler Hills. I just want to say thank you for checking this out video. I hope it calms a lot of people's concerns. There are emergency services here 24/7. People feel super, super safe here. And thanks for joining me on my windblown hair. And I look forward to some people I want to give a shout out to that are looking to come. You know, I still have Daryl and Yvette coming next month, and I have Dean that's looking for a home as well, Mercedes, Letitia, Pat. I got a whole bunch of people coming, and I look forward to seeing you all really soon. This has been kind of fun for me to get out here and do this for you. But again, like I said, I have a more in-depth video coming, and I've got some really cool stuff to show you. If you got any questions, give me a call. I am your 55+ community specialist, and I look forward to working with you. And if you have any questions, make sure you give me a call. Stay safe, everybody.